I went to the UNC-NC State basketball game last night, and we're going to talk a little bit about that game and NC State basketball as a whole.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Last night, UNC probably played the best game they have played all year long. If you had told me going into the game that NC State was going to shoot better from three-point range and they was going to shoot over 50% from the field completely, I would have thought that UNC was going to lose to NC State. I still think NC State is a really good team. UNC just played amazing. Everyone was scoring. They was just doing everything they had to do to win. It was the best game they played all year long. But I'm not going to really talk about that game because you know that I think UNC is the best team in the nation, and I think they're going to win the national championship. I'm just a UNC fan. That's how it is. We're going to talk mainly about NC State and the streak that they've been on. Their season's been kind of weird so far. There's been ups and there's been downs. We're going to talk about it for a little bit. NC State shows some signs of being amazing, like the win against Auburn or the last minute against Clemson, going on an 8-0 run to end the game, which also involved a little bit of a luck. But then that three by Beverly, that was amazing.
To win it! Beverly for the win! Got it!
That shot by Beverly was clutch. But let's not forget that Clemson had to miss 4 straight free throws to give NC State a chance at the end of that game. That's why I say that it was required a little bit of luck. NC State started off the season 13-1. They were rolling. They got to number 15 in the AP polls. They were showing that they could be one of the top teams in the ACC. They were scaring some teams. 13-1. You don't get to 13-1 by being a bad team. You have to be good to get to 13-1. To even get to 15th in the AP poll, you have to be good. They don't just put anybody in the AP poll. And because of that, I think they still have potential to be a really good team. They've fallen down a little bit. They've lost 6 of the last 9 games, and they've fallen off the cliff a little bit. But I think they have the potential to get back on track. They lost to North Carolina, and that was the second loss of their season. And from there, it's went downhill from there. They've lost 6 of 9, like I said, and it's just not going good for them. They scored 24 points in a game, which is the lowest amount that a ranked team has scored in the shot clock era. They scored 10 points in the second half. They shot 16% for the entire game. The game was terrible. I got a text at halftime because I was working that said, "Are you watching this game?" And it was like 20-14. I went inside and I watched the second half, and it was terrible. Like, it was the worst game I had ever seen. And I didn't know what I was watching because NC State plays better than that. Like, I know that NC State plays good. That's why at the beginning of this year, I thought NC State was going to be better than Carolina because I didn't really see our freshmen doing what they're doing right now. Colby White playing amazing. I thought NC State was going to play amazing this year, and they still can. They can turn around this season and make some noise. But right now, they just got to come out of the hole that they're in. They've been in the hardest stretch of games that they will have all year long. 4 ranked opponents in 5 games. During that stretch, NC State has played Louisville, Virginia, Virginia Tech, and UNC again. They've played 4 teams that are at the top of the ACC and 3 teams that are inside the top 12. You're going to lose some games. You're not going to win every single game in college basketball. That's not the way that college basketball works. But I think NC State will surprise some people come March Madness. I think they have the potential to advance far into the tournament. They're not going to win it. I don't think they're going to win it, mainly because UNC is my team. UNC is going to win the ACC, and they're going to win the NCAA tournament. That is my prediction. Might not come true, but I think NC State has the potential to be really good. I think by the end of the regular season, they'll be back inside of the top 25, and people will not underestimate them because they have some really good players. They have Beverly. They have Mokel Johnson. They have Torin Doran. They have some really good players on their team. They can play really good. But they're just in a slump right now. They're going to come out of it, and I see them playing really good going into the future.
We can make a wildfire get away.